morning, day 25 of the mini cut. We are officially about halfway in. Okay, so today's weight is 84.5 kg. Okay, so compared to yesterday, this means I gained about 1.4 kg. Look, there's a turtle. Woo! Okay, I don't know why. Yeah. So, to be honest, I was kind of expecting my weight to be above, 84, which is last week's average, right? So I wasn't too discouraged even though I gained so much weight, okay? And it's not because I had a cheat meal, but rather I gave myself a flexible day, right? So what this means is, usually on my rest days, right, I like to give myself a little bit more flexibility in terms of like my diet, okay? So what this means is, we all have a set calories and macros, right, to aim for every day to stay consistent. For me, it's 2,400 calories, and then there's 285 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat, and 180 grams of protein. Okay, so within these set numbers, right, I can basically eat whatever I want, okay? But as long as I hit the macros within plus minus 5 grams, I'm happy, okay? So that's what I've been doing consistently, okay? Then yesterday, I gave myself a flexible day. Okay, so this diet itself is already very flexible, right? But when we are restrained to the macronutrients, sometimes we may not be able to feed some things that we actually want to eat. For example, fried stuff, right? So because like for myself, the fats is only 60 grams. So if I were to let's say eat fried chicken, okay, which is what I had yesterday, the fats, I think it was around 50 grams. So if I were to eat that on my regular day, right, that means I only have 10 grams of fat for the rest of the day. And then most likely, I will not be able to make sure my macros are on point. Okay, so this is why on my rest days, usually I give myself a flexible day where I just need to make sure I hit my protein and then, stay within my calories. Carbs and fats is really like a wild card. So I can trade some of the carbs for fats. Okay, the reason why I only do this on rest days is because, like I said, I do not like to mess with my performance, right? So usually on my training days, which is, I train most of the days, so very rarely I'll have this kind of days. So it really helps to make the whole thing sustainable, because some cravings that are slightly higher in fat, right, you can be able to feed on this kind of days. So with that being said, the weight gain is probably due to the extreme sodium levels that I had yesterday, right? So I had like ice cream, I ate out, and then also I had fried chicken. But everything is, well within my caloric intake. So in terms of the weight gain, it's definitely sodium and water retention, right? How to know this is, when you have days like this, you have to make sure that you are only eating things that you are confident in the nutrition information. What this means is, like, you want to reduce the amount of guesswork, okay? So anything with labels, right, you are free to have it. Even, one of my favorite go-tos is like instant noodles, okay? Although not healthy, right, but before I started my transformation journey, right, that's something that I had frequently as part of my diet. So I'm a firm believer of really having what you are used to. That way, your diet won't really feel like a diet, okay? But of course, because we have this calories and targets to hit, right, you cannot afford to always splurge on this kind of things, because those are like your luxury goods, right? Having from time to time is good, okay? Anyway, when I am not tracking my calories also, I also don't have all this indulgence every day. It's more of a time to time thing. So by doing so, okay, you are able to make this a lifestyle. Yeah, so if you're curious in what I had exactly yesterday, okay, you can go to the shorts and then you can check out, I think, days 274. Okay, that is the exact day that I will showcase whatever I eat in a day. Okay, so yeah, today back to the regular macros. So I should be seeing the weight drop in the next couple of days and hopefully hit another new low. Okay. In terms of do I have anything else for you guys? Yeah, no. So on the way to the gym now. I'll see you there. So today, one of the worst days. Okay, the gym is super crowded. Okay, so anything I hate most is a crowded gym. But then we're still gonna try to make this work somehow. Okay, so I wanted to do overhead press. Okay, but all the squat racks were taken. So like I said, when it comes to this kind of thing, right, no need to go and wait and around. Just try to adapt and pick another movement. So I'll be starting with dumbbell shoulder press instead. It's been a while since I did this though. Okay. So on days like this, right, really I'll just see whatever is available and then do. Okay. It's been quite a while I did this exercise, right? I don't know what weight to do as my working set, right? So I'll just keep warming up with 12 reps. And then the first set I cannot get 12 will be my first working set. Okay. So I'm increasing 5 kg each time. Oh. Okay. Hard set of 12, but then still not considered the first working set. First working set, I think. Okay. Okay, I think one more. Okay. So the squat rack finally open. Okay, if I were to wait, then I would have wasted about like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, right? Whereas, because I like to train adaptively, right? I already did my first working set. Okay, if not, I still need to go and warm up with the bar and stuff. Then by the time, wasting a lot of time in the gym. Okay, I see a lot of people spend like 2 hours because, they cannot deviate from their program. Okay, so one more set. Okay, one more. Okay, so because I managed to get more reps, I think. So I believe I can do one more set. If I got less, then I might cut it or do one back off set. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So you can see rest up the drop already. So just nice. Time to cut it. Move on to the next exercise. Oh. Okay. So next up will be this incline chest press. Okay, I will be doing the same warm up. Keep increasing and do 12 reps until I reach a weight that I can do. Then that will be my first working set. So I will see you guys in the first working set. So right now, 30 aside. Okay, this could be the first working set. Okay, whether I get 12 reps or not. Okay, but not sure. So let's find out. Okay. Okay, so that was a very hard 12 rep set. Okay, but rules are rules, right? I hit 12 reps, so that is not the first working set yet. Okay, so increase, most likely 5 kg will do. Okay. So when it comes to this one, right, you know, I'm trying to keep my back as neutral as possible. That way I can really focus on upper chest. Oh, okay. So that's like the low end of the rep range. I think I can do one more. So the same rules apply, right? If I hit 8 reps, okay, then I will do one more set. If I cannot, then I'll just do partials and then end the set, okay? One, two, three, four, five, hey, come on, okay, okay, beautiful, okay. So one more set. So this, no matter how many reps I get, right, it's going to be the last set. So I will throw in some partials at the end just to make sure, you know, I leave nothing in the tank, okay? So the same rules apply. Let's say if somehow I don't get at least 6 reps, then I'll do a drop set, okay? But right now, I'll be focusing on resting, you know, maybe another 1 minute. I want to make sure I have, you know, all the energy to push this last one, okay? Come on, last set. Okay, okay, so this very good weight. Move on to the next exercise. So on this particular chest and shoulder day, right, I like to alternate between chest and shoulder. So right now, back to shoulders. I'll be doing pyramid set, lateral raise.
Press for time. Understand Jane's top stories fast. Dive deeper when you want. Go to CI.Asia Download the app now.
Okay, so stopping at 20. Okay, no point doing more because it's too light. So for this also, keep doing rest time very short. Alright, about 1 minute.
Thousands of people gathered across the US and Europe to protest the policies of President Donald Trump. Inside the hands-off rally, they are expected to be largest single-day protests since Mr. Trump returned to the White House. Around 1,200 demonstrations are taking place in all 15 US states. In Washington, authorities say a bigger crowd than the 20,000 expected turned out in force.
So also, not taking any sets to failure, but close.
Very difficult news. All the countries in Russia and a few others were tariffs, but everybody else, even the penguins, were affected by the tariffs. US President Donald Trump has set as long as his 3% baseline tariffs come into effect. He has told Americans to be patient to surge ahead, but also one that it will not be easy.
Okay, we're getting close. The Dell should be on fire.
Expected to visit the White House on Monday, sources said, as Congress increase in 17% tariff under the new policy. Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba was reportedly seeking a telephone conversation with Trump. Tokyo faces a 24% level. Trump is excluding goods that are subject to second 25%
One more.
national security tax, including steel and aluminum, cars, trucks, and auto parts. She's expected to be in Cairo later today, and will meet tomorrow with the Egyptian counterpart assisted and Jordan King Abdullah. Mr. Macron is also visiting the port of Al-Arish, just 50 kilometers west of the Gaza Strip, and a transit point for international aid to the country. He will meet humanitarian and civil workers.
That's it for better race. So, low to high cable flies. Okay. Start with the weak side. Okay, I think it's good. Okay. Whew. Oh. Okay. Okay, so this is perfect because I want to bring out my upper chest. And not only that, okay, it works a bit of the front delt also. So, like, one stone kill two birds, that kind of thing. Okay? So increase weight, one more set. Okay, not sure how many. Okay. Woo. Okay, so right now, front raises, might as well. Okay. 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 Last exercise would be a neutral flat press. Okay. Higher reps. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so here's the plan. I think I'm going to do 3 sets. So I did the first set with flat. Then second, third set I'll be increasing the incline from a low incline, then a 30-degree incline. So you get higher, harder. Okay. Okay, so I think perfect. Oh. Okay. Shit. Okay. Okay. Okay, last one. Okay, beautiful. Okay, time to do abs. Okay, so for abs, very simple pyramid sets, 10 to 20 reps. Ooh. Oh, really burns. Oh, fuck. Okay. So I don't think I got 10 reps. Okay, but it really felt quite good, right? So I think I will maintain this weight for another 1 to 2 sets. Okay, before I move on. So sometimes it's important to really listen to your body, right? If the exercise feels good, but it's not what you programmed, then what's wrong with doing it, right? So I'm gonna try to do the same weight, but try to get more reps. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Beautiful. Okay, so normally I'll do hanging leg raise, right? But I figure why not, switch it up today. Since today has been, not my usual workout. So let's try this reverse crunches on the decline bench and see how it feels. Okay. Whew. So I don't normally do this if my form sucks. Okay. That's the reason why. Okay, so I think that. Oh. Ah. Ah. Oh. 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 Whew. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Whew. So looking back at the footage, I think those are definitely some good reps. Okay, but I think, I only managed to get like 5. So that's not enough, right? So what I'm going to do for the next set is I'm going to do that kind of reps. But then once I start to fail, I will maybe not push, not kick at the top, or I will bend my knees and then, so I can try to do a slightly more reps. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Get a good angle right here. Okay, perfect. So let's see. Whew. Okay, yep, that's it. Abs fully cooked. Time for cardio. That's nice. It's just right here. Okay, so this just came to my mind, right? After thinking back on yesterday and today, right? So I think the key to long-term success when it comes to your fitness journey is really flexibility, right? I think in order to make fitness your lifestyle, right, you have to really experience it, or gain the experience, because ultimately you need to understand what you like and don't like. Okay, what is sustainable to you? Okay, it's because everybody wants to know like what's the best plan, right? But we really know the secret is really the consistency. And even if you are doing the most optimal plan, okay, because trust me, I did it before, right? So, okay, like when I prep for my show, okay, I managed to get shredded super quick, right, in 9 weeks. Okay, so why would you want to do 16 weeks? But it wasn't sustainable, right? That 9 weeks prep made me, you know, hate the gym and everything, right? So the negative consequences is what people don't see. Okay, so ideally, you know, if you have, you know, the determination or motivation to even start your fitness journey in the first place, right? You know, you want to get in shape once and then try to maintain it forever. So it's really important how you actually get there, right? You want to get there as sustainable as possible. That way, fitness will eventually be part of your lifestyle. So, for example, okay, one thing I hate is really training in crowded gyms, right? So there's no way I will follow a program. Okay, I will try my best because, of course, following a program, you'll be able to see exactly how are you progressing from a week to week basis, right? It's definitely important as a beginner. Okay, but if I were to wait around for the gym or like, you know, I'll be unhappy. Most likely, I'll not be able to stick to that program for long term, right? This is why, for myself personally, I have, based on my experience, developed this style of training that works for me, right? So ultimately, you have to really find out what works for you. Of course, this can only be gained through experiencing it yourself. Okay. Of course, as a coach, you will be able to help, right? Because I definitely have tried many different methods before, right? But ultimately, at the end of the day, you are the only one that know what works for you and what doesn't, right? So that's all for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh yeah, by the way, this, if you're wondering why I can be talking and doing cardio, right, it's because this is exactly what zone 2 is supposed to look like, right? You should be able to talk and have a conversation so that, you know, you're not utilizing too much carbs for energy, but primarily fat. So I'm going to walk for 20 minutes today, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow.